Hello and welcome back to the channel and my adventure riding the entire world by motorcycle, and you join me on series 12 episode 2. But this whole series is dedicated to a certain bike because this series is really called Riding Ashworth Home. And do you know what? It's been an emotional first episode that you would have seen yesterday, but the most important thing of it is today's plan and get my head in the game. Now we're near a place called Lings and we're currently staying in a place called Leonding, but we are not far at all really. Look, from up here is the border into Germany, and we've got to get all the way through Germany into France, so across here, maybe into a bit of Belgium, because we need to get to here, Calais. So getting Ashworth home, my current plan is to stay off the motorways in Austria, but then jump on the motorways in Germany because the motorway network is really good, and just try and hammer some more miles. As more kilometres I get done today, again, the better, but I'm not going to get the 600 I did in the last one because I've not got up at like silly o'clock of the morning and the sun isn't coming up as I'm riding. I've had to sleep. As you can imagine, I've had to sleep. So I did a little bit of editing last night and then I just crashed, and I think I've had probably about 8 hours sleep. So I feel amazing. I've eaten, I'm all full up. I've already put oil in the bike last night, so Ashworth is pretty much ready to go. So it's pack the bike up, go and get a full tank of fuel, and then we're just gonna try and get out of Austria first, and then I'll renegotiate Google Maps. But whew, it's still emotional to think I'm bringing this bike home, but my head's in the game. Ashworth is going home and there's a good reason why, but let's get on the bike and let's do some miles. Right, shall we mount the mighty steed? Thank you, Ashworth. Ashworth doesn't like rain, and Ashworth got sprinkled in rain last night by the looks of it. Right, here we go. Here we go. Release the mighty monkey beast. So I've put a roundabout where I want to go in France. And it's saying from here 1,200 kilometres. The idea of this is I'm trying to avoid a very busy city called Paris, and that's my plan. So, but we will enter into Germany today. We won't make it to France. We definitely won't make it to France, but we'll make it into Germany today. Now this will be my third time in Germany this year. Once on this bike, and then once on the mighty charity adventure that we did, that was riding for sausage. And interestingly, we rode all the way to Frankfurt for sausage that we didn't find, to raise money for men's prostate cancer. On top of that, the big plan was to buy a big CC capacity scooter, and I upset quite a few Penfolds out there because I named my charity riding scooter what I labelled with loads of little bombs and things like this, the Bergman Spitfire. Now, to make things funny, everyone in Germany laughed and found it funny, but some Penfolds and some very angry people told me I was very wrong to do so. But anyway, I don't do what people tell me. It's kind of not in my nature, and I had a right blast. Well, the scooter didn't make it, it broke down anyway in France, but we'll forget all of that. That was an incredible trip and a lot of miles again. But we did it, we got there and back was the biggest thing, and we raised over 3.5 grand for men's prostate cancer, so I'm quite proud of that moment. But right now, in the moment, look at these roads already. There's me bomb long going, oh, bend, yabbering away. Look at this. That's the thing about Austria that I can't put across enough, and I've got a whole series out on that as well, from when I've actually ridden through here, through this country, and it's well worth a look, because honestly, as a place to come, it is the roads are magical. It's beautiful greenery and forestry everywhere, and it's an expensive place. That's the one thing I think was really important to put out there. This is an expensive place to come and stay compared to lots of other places in Europe. Not the most expensive, but it's not cheap. but it's really, really worth it. And as you can see from the hotel I got last night, that works out being about 100 quid for a night. That sounds expensive, but when you've got all this lush roads, comfort, and it was a really nice breakfast with everything you could possibly want, it's just worth it. Absolutely just worth it. Right, can I escape? Oh, I'm going, I'm not waiting for them. Here we go. So I don't even know how far it is to the border of Germany. The Germans, I'm allowed to say that either. The Germans, or will I get in trouble for saying the Germans? Love the Germans. Einstein, swines and all that thing. Right, here we go. Mile München, Austria. Oh, again. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Just come down a nice sort of like twisty road and into an absolutely beautiful, stunning, I think I actually came this way yesterday saying that, but even still, eye candy. Is that a lake? It's got to be in it. A huge reservoir, lake, massive river, I don't know, but that is absolutely gorgeous. Eye candy, people, eye candy. Oh, I'm gonna miss this. Ashworth, me and you seeing some just amazing sights, riding along and being like, wow, look what we've discovered just by sticking a place in Google Maps. It looks good, and I'm not even aiming on this adventure to discover wonders. I'm just hacking the miles to take Ashworth home and feeling a bit rubbish about it. But then I see things like that and I remind myself constantly again what me and this bike have achieved together, and what we've seen, the countries, the places, the people, the story this bike tells. It deserves to be on a plinth. It really does deserve to be on a plinth, with so many memories attached. But hey, we're going home, baby. You're going home, and you've done me an incredible service. Absolutely incredible service. Oh, I'm going to start crying again in a minute. I find it really difficult, but I promised myself this episode I'm not going to do it. Right. Woo. Clear your head out. Clear your head, boy. You're strong. You've got a plan. It's going to be amazing. Stick to it. Oh, right. Okay. Let's do some serious kilometers. Well, I've probably got under half a tank, so I'll fill up soonish. But yeah, and it is again a ride tank to tank, because baby, we're going to do some kilometers, and I'm really hoping I can squeeze this out what should be around 5 days on my average of riding this to get me back. I'm hoping I can do it in between 3 and 4, and ideally give myself an extra day for some real cinematic chill out time. But we'll find out. Right, I'm not filling up yet. I want this to get down to at least 2 bars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's mile munch. Well, I've just boshed out 50 kilometers. I have filled the bike up. I have grabbed myself a vitamin drink to enjoy. But we're not massively far from the border, and the roads have just been delicious, is all I can say. Absolutely delicious. And I thought, do you know what? Just before we hit the Germans, and I'm gonna have to say hit the Germans, I don't know, but just before we hit the Germans and we go on the autobahn and see Ashworth accelerate to 88 miles per hour and go back to the future where I started this whole adventure, I think it's important just to show you the beautifulness, because I really love Austria. It's just something incredible about it. It's so clean, tidy and beautiful. So let me show you, just before we hit that border, exactly the roads that Ashworth will see for the very last time.
I let you down, and I know that I was not always around. I made you feel alone. You spent most of your nights just sitting on your own. I should have done so much more, like giving you the things you asked me for. And I know I I was wrong. It's what I try to tell you with a song. Tell you with a song. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I'd make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? You're all I'll ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. When I close my eyes, you know that you're the only thing I see, and it makes me cry to think that you are no longer with me. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? All I ever need. Didn't I make you laugh? Didn't I make you smile? Didn't I make you feel like you were happy for a while? I know that I've done so many things that let you down, but I hope that you give me one more chance to make you mine. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I said I'm sorry? Whoa, 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 whoa. What if I said I'm sorry? What if I said I'm sorry? What if I said I'm sorry? What if I make a scene? Wouldn't that make you mine again? All I ever need.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Austria, the beautiful country of Austria. But what we're about to do is cross into Germany. This is the no man's land as such, the bridge between two places. Here we go, you can see the line on the map, ready for the sign. And let's say hello to the Germany. There we go, Deutschland people, Deutschland. And we are being slowed right down at the checkpoint. Come on baby, let's let us flow, let's let us flow. Oh, British Lord coming through, British Lord coming through. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tolls. That's the first thing it tells us. Tolls. Welcome to Germany. You are going to go on tolls. Haha, you need to pay the monies. Oh, Germany people, Germany. Right, let's keep going. Let's keep these kilometers hammering down. Oh, I don't see the difference as of yet, other than they're going to charge us to be here. Right, let's rock and roll. Well, I've just arrived in Germany and I thought it'd be the right entrance to have a German tank and the monkey bike put together. Now, this brings me to all the information that I know, because obviously I speak fluent German, and the reason why this is because I used to play a game called Return to Castle Wolfenstein when I was wee younger. So I know things like more ammo and medic, but I also know danke, that's thanks for the ammo, and the medic that saves you. And that's fluent German right now. So I think this is pinnacle really, that Ashworth is next to a tank in Germany. Right, more kilometres. Focus, Alan. Stop stopping at German tanks and get the kilometres done, because we've got a lot to do. Well, I'm now around 250 kilometers in on my journey, and I've kind of, after the tank, it kind of took me off a little bit because I'm going back on motorways now. I'm here in Germany because I want to use their network. It's a lot quicker. It was quite funny to come to a crossroads, and there was the Nürburg, so the Nürburgring, sort of 4 kilometers away. I was going, oh, I'd love to take Ashworth on there, but I haven't got the time. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it's one of those ones where it's open day. Anyway, you know, past tense and all that stuff. So I've got myself a nice cold drink. It's around about 12:30 here currently. I want to get at least another 200 kilometers done today, so that's like 450 kilometers done at least. It's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm going to continue and drink this. I'm going to do about another 2 hours ish of riding, or at least a tank. I've just refilled the bike, at least another tank's worth. And at that point, I'm either going to push myself or I'm going to book the hotel. So I've got an idea of where I'm going. But Ashworth is being awesome. That little leak underneath it is because I overfill the tank every time. I've got a bee that's trying to kill me. I overfill the tank, brim it basically. So I want every single drop of sort of miles, kilometres I can get out of it, because obviously it's just big mile hacking. But sat there on the motorway, and we're on the road number 3, if anybody knows where that is, in Germany, and I'm on it for like 500 kilometers or something stupid. But yeah, Ashworth it's a little bit quicker than the trucks, and if I'm going downhill, but I'm kind of sitting behind a truck about 95, 98 kilometers an hour, going, I could probably overtake, but then maybe it's the wind drag. Anyway, time for this cool coffee, answer a couple of the messages I've got coming through, and back on more mile munching. And my butt's still sore after yesterday, so I keep doing that thing in the chair that looks like I've wet myself because I keep moving my arse around. You know what I mean. Anyway, shall we? More kilometers. My bum. Well, I've just pulled in for what I like to call a personal needs break, and interestingly, very interestingly, is this guy gonna let me in or what? Fuck's sake. Nice of the truck driver not to let me in. Anyway, like I was trying to say, interestingly, I just stopped for a personal needs break, and as I'm bombing down here in Germany, I had a quick look at the map, and I did say I was near the Nürburgring. Well, I wasn't. Got that completely wrong. It was a place that probably was spelt very similar, and I realised we were going to go past Nürburg in the future. What made me chuckle a little bit, because I do know where it is, let alone I've made a massive mistake, because I've actually driven an MGB that I rebuilt many years ago, brought all the way on a massive road trip and went round it. But I was chuckling because there's me going like, oh, Nürburgring, I've been there, I should pop in and see it. And I'm glad I didn't, because I would have gone to some little village that's spelt similar instead of the actual Nürburgring. But there you go. Now the temperature is definitely picking up. Just stopping there in the heat, you're just sweating. It's more comfortable being on the road than it is stopping currently, but the number and the pressure points do kick in massively. So we are 94 kilometers away from actually hitting my goal today of 400 kilometers. If I can beat that I will, I'm more than happy. But you can see how hot it is, because my screen on my phone is got that hot, it gets quite dull. So yeah, the sun is pounding, like my bum is pounding from being stuck on the seat for so long. But we're still going, just keep taking on the kilometers, keep thinking of the end goal. Not today, but the end goal of getting to France and meeting a very cool person, a legend on this channel, that's going to be picking me up in their van. But I am ahead of schedule. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to try and do another little hack of miles
hopefully use this tank now and then refill up. It's a big push. It's a big push, and Ashworth is doing so well, and I can easily sit behind trucks at about 90-ish, 95 kilometers an hour quite happily, except for when we go uphill like now, and this truck is going to come up my butt, get annoyed and want to overtake. Then down the hill I'll be quicker, and it's that cat and mouse game the entire time. But Ashworth is still going strong. I did hear a bit of a pop earlier, and I thought, no, don't be a puncher. The tyre's not gone down, so it must have been a stone or something. But there was that bum clenching moment of going, I've got a punch repair kit, I've got a pump. Please only be that if it's going to be anything. But no, it was all good in the end. Drop down in gears, we're going uphill. This is what I meant. I'm going to drop down now. The truck's getting closer and closer to my butt. He's going to go for an overtake or not. Oh, who knows? Come on, Ashworth. Keep going, baby. Keep going. I don't know. I'm pulling away. Good old Ashworth. Release your inner beast. Right. Kilometres. Focus, Alan. Kilometres. And then another Red Bull. Another vitamin drink. Sorry, not Red Bull. Vitamin drink. One that's full of minerals and goodness and keeps you alert. Not unhealthy at all in any way.
Well, that is my staggering 800 kilometers done. So I've reached my goal already for today. Now, I am feeling it. I'm not going to admit, I am hacking down the miles. Motorway miles is never fun, but there is a goal. I've just refilled the tank on Ashworth again, and I am stopping for another vitamin drink. It's got orange in it, so it's definitely a vitamin drink. And I've got nuts, so I've got protein, so I'm going to be uber healthy being on the road. But Ashworth has just been delicious, other than sore points on the butt again. So if anyone wants to come along and give me a massage, feel absolutely free. But we're doing it, we're getting there. So I've found a hotel. I've been really struggling to find one. I've been shopping all over booking.com, hotel.com, trying to find one sort of near the motorway but slightly off. But I did it, and I found one. It's about 78 kilometers from here, so a bit more of a sort of heave to get there. But once I've got there, it'll be a good time. It's about 3:30 now. Hopefully I'll arrive there sort of 5:30, 6 o'clock time, so it should all work out just being fine. But ladies and gentlemen, look at that wonderful beast. It's doing it in proper style. Right, time for me to munch that, drink that, and then more miles. But we have literally Austria, a big chunk of Germany already done. I'm proper proud of that little beast. It just keeps giving and keeps giving and keeps giving. Right, protein time. So just before we set off on the road, let's have a quick look at Ashworth, because you can see there we've got a bit of cracking going on. That happens with these tyres, especially with age, but it's still holding up. That's the most important thing. It's still holding up well. No leaks from the suspension, of course, because they're the most awesome ones. The Midnight Auto redid all the suspension for myself from a world trip. That seems to be helping a lot when I get rain. I was losing power, but because there's no splash, the one that I had on it was supposed to be splash proof, but it wasn't, and that seems to make a big difference, and it's cheaper. You can see it's getting a bit of a stay. Look at all the wear on the bike. And then the rear tyre itself is still got decent grip, to be fair, but it is definitely flattening off. Rear brake still makes a little bit of a noise. The 10 shit exhaust is still holding up good. But other than it being well weathered and well ridden, the mighty Ashworth is doing well. Anyway, more kilometres, let's get to the hotel. That is mission complete in regards to getting to the hotel. My bum is on fire. It's pressure points. It's like sitting on a bruised buttock for miles, but we made it, and there's some people from the Netherlands here on bikes. They just come over and said hello. That was very, very nice. Anyway, it's time to unload the mighty Ashworth and just take some time to chill. So let's get it unloaded, let's get into this hotel room. 75 quid. I'll show you exactly where I am on the map in a minute. But it's time. I can't believe we've just done another 400 and God knows what, 480 kilometres or something. That's not bad after the mammoth day yesterday. Anyway, let's get into the hotel room. So I've checked in, and where I'm near is Zosberg. That will make more sense to you fellow travellers that know the world as well as I do. And I generally don't have a clue, to be honest. And we're staying in a place called Zombanidekaza. That place just there. Now, this is the difference, right, between being in Germany compared to Austria. This is £75 a night, including breakfast. Let me give you a quick tour. Pre-warn you, you might see me in my boxer shorts. I am still sweltering, so I've stripped down to my boxer shorts. So if you see some legs, please don't get all giddy. You're fine. These are naturally beautiful. Right, let me give you a tour. So the first thing, you get this tablet that may have a camera on it, and they're probably looking at me walking around as I speak with my legs up. All the information you need, even an old-fashioned telephone. I don't even know if it's plugged in, but that would scare me if that rang now. And if you want one key, you just call that number just there. Right, this is the beds, two singles pushed together, what they class as a queen. You could roll over, don't get me wrong, but obviously I'll probably probably away from the camera in the tablet, because I don't want to be looked at while I'm sleeping. I mean, they'll probably start for millions on the internet. You've got a telly. I have no idea if it's got YouTube on it. I don't think so. It looks old, but so it's probably not worth watching. And then somewhere to edit. Downside to this though, beautiful that I've got somewhere to edit, there's no plug sockets. What means I've either got to try to reach my cable from here, or edit there into amount of battery and then plug in to around here. Check this out. This 1950s radio where there's a plug, and this system here that, do they tunnel you? Did this used to be something to do with the war? I don't know. And you used to listen to I won't say it there. I don't know, right? But, so you've got your bed, you've got that. You've got loads of room to hang all of your outfits that are going out. And then you have the bathroom. Look at this. The bathroom. What makes me laugh, because what we've got is, just because the Germans get everything to the point, this is number one. This is for just washing your hands. And it's hand wash. They'll tell you, and they'll tell you it's number one. But if you want to do a number two, now unlike us in Britain, number two means you're doing a poo. You've got a number two for hair and body there. So that's probably got moisturiser in to keep you moisturised, and look, a very shower. And then the throne, of course, the most sexiest lord in the world. And listen. Oh yeah, and you can sing in the back. Oh baby, I wanna touch my sexy legs. Oh yeah. Yes. Now, many times I've gone away, I've tried to put places where there's restaurants and a bar. Well, this is, it's got a restaurant. Last night did, and it did, and I ate in the restaurant. I had some pasta. I asked for pasta and meat. I just kept having pasta and meat, so I ended up with a ragu. It's absolutely fantastic, but I thought the salt was what's the cheese you put on? Parmesan. It looked like parmesan. It was big, thick, and I was shaking. I put loads of salt over my food. It was very salty, but I ate it because I paid for it, and I wasn't paying another 20 euros, whatever it was, for that. But there's no bar here, but what there is, right, and I don't normally use this, I'm going to go to a shop and go cheap, but I ain't going to go anywhere other than going to the restaurant that is in the entrance, apparently, because it's just like a proper restaurant. But look, here is the cabinet of fun, because it's the mini fridge, and there's 2 beers, there's 2 bottles of wine, there's apple juice, shorts, nuts, glasses, everything. Now I'm going to check the prices, I'm not going to lie, but more than likely right now, because I haven't finished editing yesterday's episode, because what I did was I got to a certain point, it was 10 o'clock, and I was so exhausted. I was like, this is going to come out really bad. I got into bed and I collapsed, fell asleep. So I need to crack on again episode 1 edited and then move everything for today over. So I'm going to indulge in a probably overpriced beer in my, like this with my pants and stuff on, and get on with the edit. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of today. It's nice to get somewhere and be somewhere a little bit, in sort of early-ish, I should say. It's gone 5:30 now, but at the end of the day, I'm here and I can chill, I can have a beer and I can edit. And then we've already gone well further, like I said, than originally. So everything's on track currently. I think 2 days to get to Calais. What means it's Tuesday now. That means I'll be in Calais by Thursday. That means I'll have all of Friday to go and explore and have some fun and get some epic cinematic footage if I keep pushing and pushing for the return of Ashworth, because Ashworth is going home and it's just still doing well. I'm so surprised this bike's just doing so well. Saying that, I need to go and top up the oil that I want to do tonight, so I'm going to get changed and go and do that. So it's all prepped for the tomorrow morning. And you're probably still thinking to yourself right now, who is it that you're meeting at Calais? Who is the legend? Who is the person, the most historic person on this channel? Who is it? Who's going to be there for the end for Ashworth and me? Well, I'm not telling you yet, because I'm just not. And you're also probably thinking, why the heck still is he taking Ashworth home? What is going on? He had a plan. You all thought I was going to probably go into Romania and Turkey and the rest of it. And I know that. I know that's exactly what everyone was thinking, including myself. But that's not what's going to happen. And there's a good reason, an unbelievable reason why. The plan is the plan. And I'm going to tell you, maybe tomorrow. So, in the meantime, stay safe. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. I'm going to go fill up Ashworth. I'm going to get my edit on. And we are, going to pass out and go sleep and hack down more kilometres tomorrow. Let's keep this going. Let's get Ashworth home. Let's keep to the plan. Bye-bye for now.